What's up, everyone? This is our last video with Alex here on the podcast. And we thought there was no more appropriate way, especially if you heard the last episode of the podcast.
Which should.
Which definitely should. Jedi Talk, Park News, Brand News Feed. To wrap up the... they have the Infinity Saga with the Avengers?
Exactly.
This is the Alex and Brad saga of Jedi Talk. By reading an excerpt from him, a dramatic reading of the Age of Rebellion special comic of the story of Porkins and Biggs Darklighter being so stressed out they had to go to a vacation planet.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Not far from Kashyyyk, we see an X-Wing flying. A few TIE fighters in the background broken, and an AT-AT foot. Porkins. Whoa. I thought I was dead. Phew. I'm ambivalent about all this carnage, but I love the adrenaline rush. Biggs. There's nothing quite like the thrill of narrowly avoiding death. Look out, there's one coming your way. I got it. He shoots it. A memorial plaque, or a come home plaque of a family smashes into Porkins' windshield, and he sees the plaque there and feels sad about the person.
Now, is it a plaque or is it hollow?
It's like a hollow. What do you say? It's like a hollow postcard, I guess.
A hollow postcard hits his windshield.
Yeah, and then he sees the man and his family, and then feels sad about the person he just killed.
So light hit his windshield, but it was a physical thing, like a trophy.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Would you like to go? Would you like to read?
Oh, where are we at?
Do you want to go? We're just at soon. I read this bit in the podcast.
Soon. Amazing, Porkins. You utterly destroyed the last one. Whoever was piloting that ship must be in a million little pieces now. How many do you think you took down today? Heck, how many have you destroyed in your lifetime? I lost count a while ago. It's all one big blur. He's a sociopath. I always imagine those suckers screaming as they're blowing up.
Super sociopath.
It's a hero. Like, that X-Wing fighter is so much better than me, and now look at me. I should have been a rebel. Anyway, want to go celebrate? I've got a cool holo we can watch together. It's probably porn.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Two bros about to jerk it together.
Yeah. Not normal porn. Weird porn.
Weird Star Wars Sarlacc pit porn.
Yeah, exactly. Not that good Twi'lek shit.
Biggs, I don't want to celebrate anything. Doesn't it bother you this war just goes on and nothing is ever resolved? Just an endless parade of death? And for what? It sounds like you could use a drink, because that's what sadness needs. Alcohol.
That's probably the one relatable bit of the whole comic, honestly.
I know a secret bar inside an asteroid. What? A speakeasy? It's called Mermea's. Sure. They've got everything you could imagine, even some things you can't. Strippers. The bartender looks like if a Sarlacc and a Hutt had a baby. I don't know what to do with that. There's so many, I just don't even know. I know a lot of fun ways to avoid thinking, but a vacation is the best one.
I love how this entire 5-minute spiel has just been in reply to I don't feel like hanging out.
I don't want to hang out.
I'm just talking to
Do
myself.
you want to hang out?
Yeah, I've got 10 different ways, and it's just oh, we could just chill and watch a holovid, or we could, go for a drink, or we could go on vacation together. Way to escalate it, Biggs.
We should use our shore leave and rendezvous with the fleet at the next jump point. There's a vacation planet with such a struggling economy that the exchange rate really works in our favor. It's called Orlando, Florida. What a weird turn of events. Think of it. No commanders barking orders, no battles, no threats of having our still beating bodies sucked into the vacuum of space, never to be seen again. Sociopath.
You're also in a volunteer army.
Just two best buddies with a couple of drinks on the beach under a couple of suns. We've earned a vacation. We killed a lot of innocent people. We deserve a vacation. This is your shit. I just can't.
Here we go. Earth, the vacation planet.
What's it called?
Earth. IRFF.
Like Earth, if you were in the hood and you said Earth. Hey, we on planet Earth.
Welcome to Earth, bitch.
Welcome to Earth.
Did you remember to bring a holocam? They say as they arrive You must be Twigs and Borkings. May I take your luggage? Oh, you have no luggage. And then Biggs goes, the transport lost our luggage. And then Porkins goes, is it true littering here is encouraged? Now, I would need to stress in this scene that
part of being on vacation is just
Part of
throwing
being-
shit out, just throwing shit on the
yeah,
ground.
throw shit. I need to stress that like Porkins is wearing brown cowboy boots, orange shorts, and like a wife beater, and that like Biggs is standing there in fucking orange speedos, just like letting the world see his fucking package. By all means.
You know what annoys me? Hang on. You know what annoys me about this is the Lucasfilm story group had a meeting, and they saw the sketches and they saw the dialogue, and they were like, "Looks good." That's my big problem with this. Is they're just like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. By all means. Little creatures here love to eat whatever they find on the ground. You can get one of frozen in carbonite as a souvenir.
Sociopath.
It's just odd. Like I think that's just what that weirds me here. It's just a lot of it is just like they're like, super excited by the fact they get to litter on this planet. Like, how hard is it to put things in bins? Why does that inconvenience you so much in your life that you're excited about it? Day 1. I feel like a child again as they ride a blue space worm. Day 3. I know the sign said don't eat them, but aren't they delicious? He's eating some random mosquito. I think he's bitten its head off. Oh god, it's bleeding. You see the blood all over his hands and he's just staring at it like a crazy person. Day 6. Quick, dig me out. I need to go. Oops, never mind. Hero of the rebellion, Biggs Darkwater, pisses himself in a hot sandcastle. Day 8. This might be my drink talking, but will you marry me? Hero of the rebellion, Porkins, trying to hit on some sort of space cow that doesn't have eyes and asking to marry her while intoxicated. Also, there's a guy in the background with a beard, glasses, and antenna, and what looks like Pickle Rick's dad. Like the old Pickle Rick in the background. Day 12. Thanks for bringing me here. It's a good reminder of how important self-care can be. Now, that's a good point. Self-care is important, guys. Look after yourself.
Getting to the bones of this thing. He says in some weird alien language that's not Arabic.
Yeah.
What do you mean? This area has just been reserved? We're already sitting here. And he chucks him across. This one guy with like hairy elbows.
Hairy elbows?
Yeah, dude, he's got like hairy elbows. He's got like hairy elbows. He just picks both up and like throws. I don't know if he's force sensitive. We don't know.
That's a
Just
classic vacation thing, though, that you try and get some beach recliners and then someone's reserved them.
It's dumb.
Someone said
What is this, Vacation with Chevy Chase? Well, would you look at that? I guess Imperial officers need vacations too. By the way, they completely don't address where they land.
Yeah,
They get thrown into
Team
the
Rocket
abyss.
style into the distance. Here we go again.
And then they just show back up. Well, would you look at that? I guess Imperial officers need vacations too. Wait, I know her. A Star Destroyer shot at me once, and I think I saw her in the window giving me an angry look. Of all the space battles you've been in, you see, there's so many Star Destroyers, and you think you might have seen her face once, and you know her face from that
They
moment?
elaborate on that next, though, don't they?
Are you sure that was her? Hard to say, really. They sure do elaborate by not elaborating in any way.
He says it could be
But
anything.
if it wasn't her shooting at me, I'm sure she shot at somebody. That's a pretty big jump.
Yeah. And do you know what the crazy thing is?
She could be a janitor like Finn.
Not to spoil the... Oh, you don't want to spoil the ending?
Well, what?
The ending, I'm going to spoil the ending of the comic.
Please don't spoil the ending
Yeah.
of this comic book.
She turns out
it's gold.
to be custodial.
Does
She's
she
a
really?
janitor.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they tell her at the end that, like,
No, I
the
forgot
crap
about
doesn't
that.
need screen.
I've tried to block this out
Yeah,
until
okay.
we started reading this again. We should kidnap her and see what information she has that can help with the rebels. Kidnap her how? There are no weapons allowed here. I don't know how to do things without weapons.
Heroes of the Rebellion. Kidnap and torture people while they're on holiday.
I didn't make that up. That's written down in a Star Wars comic book. He literally says, "Kidnapper how? There are no weapons allowed here. I don't know how to do things without weapons." But on.
Moving on.
Later, they show up in her room with like fake guns underneath blankets.
Like,
Both still shirtless. This is a Me Too story just waiting to happen. Their dicks are out. No, I'm just kidding. He says, "Don't move, you Imperial scum.
yeah,
We've
Hawkins
got dangerous
moves both his
weapons
hands
under
and
these
the towel
towels.
stays up still, and everyone's like, oh!
Oh, and we'll blast you if you don't come with us." How is that towel staying up? No. Please, please. Please, no, I swear I'm not really an Imperial officer. I was just pretending to be one for VIP treatment and free perks. I'm just a single mother of 6 who needed a vacation from her job in a space mine. Okay. Again, Heroes of the Rebellion. She has on the what? Did she make it? Is she a cosplayer in the universe?
Exactly. She stole it?
Is there a Imperial surplus store that they went to, and she got like an outfit? I don't know.
Also, I don't know if they call them space mines.
A spice mine. Does
Oh,
he
spice
space?
mine?
Does he space?
You said space. Okay, spice mine is fine.
Sorry. If you have 6 kids, what are their names? Britt, Blurt, Flip, Jeff, Jerf, Bliff, and Arnold.
I'm
Arnold
guessing
is adopted.
that interrogation was not part of the rebellion's training. Yeah, if you say the kids, what are the names, huh? Oh, got you out.
But like, how easy is it? Ask me what my 6 kids' names are.
What are your 6 kids' names?
Andrew, David, Jeff, Michael, Anthony, Tony, Steve, and David. Did I say David twice?
I think he said 7 names and 2 of them were David. So I guess the interrogation does work. I take it back. The rebellion has great.
Brittany. Don't forget about Brittany. Listen, I just needed a break and to be pampered for once. Haven't you ever felt so overwhelmed that you needed to get away and forget about your life for a while? That's relatable.
It's the world's smallest violin.
I'm so tired of killing rebels.
Yeah. There's so many of them.
This is rough.
Porkins. I believe her. We're so sorry to have done this to you. You didn't deserve it. Especially not on your vacation. These were just our hands, by the way. You were never in any real danger.
Can't be real. This can't be real.
Thank you. I promise I'll never do this again. From the Imperial. Porkins and him walking away. Again, Porkins is just like wearing, just like no one's business wearing these red short shorts.
You got that big dick energy.
And, big dick energy. And brown cowboy boots. Like brown boots, red short shorts. Like it's a look. And then literally behind him, like
You say red cowboy boots?
No.
Is
Like,
this the How I Met Your Mother
yeah,
reference?
no. But you're right. I might have said that. Brown cowboy boots, red trunk, the red short shorts, and then behind him, Biggs is walking around in the orange fucking speedo still with the Crocs on, just down like, you know, mate. If you've been carrying towels this whole time to hide your fake guns, put it around your waist, mate. I'm afraid that like Biggs is gonna squat and one of his balls will come out. Security. So then the Imperial, as they're leaving, the security woman's like, oh no, they said, she's just like us, you know, just a woman who wants to get away from it all. And they're like, and then she's like, security, help, those men tried to kidnap me. Help, capture them or the Empire will make this planet pay. Very real threat. And then they're running away. And then Biggs is like, I knew she was part of the Empire. I can't believe we fell for her lies. We should have just shot her. And then Porkins goes, with what? Our fingers? And then he goes, you never know. Maybe I'm a Jedi. Jedi can do some amazing things. And hairy elbows is chasing them. They get to some sort of dragon, very green dragon mixed with a camel. Oh yeah, that's right. We're on camera. It's not the podcast. Also, the tiny whities. I just never get tired of this telling people that. I think we just found our quick ticket out of here. Yikes. The green dragon thing just ate Biggs, or bit half his head. And then now Porkins is pulling him out. Oh man, that smell is going to stay with you. I I think this image itself is
I don't
just
even
crazy.
remember this. I read this
image
yesterday.
This image just strikes me. I don't know, just the look on his face as he's dragged out the face, like, oh.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I read this yesterday. I don't remember. I blocked this out for real.
Biggs, Darklighter, Heroes of Rebellion. So long, suckers. Jump off a cliff. Ah! They jump off a cliff and shout ah, and they land 2 feet down and plop onto the sand. Get out of here now, or I'm calling the manager. All right, Karen.
The manager's in charge of the whole planet.
Yeah. Soon. They're literally standing. So you've got Big Speedo and Porkins brown boots standing by a bus stop. And Porkins goes, the first 11 days were fantastic. It's not even a bus stop. Why is there a bus stop? What is it? I guess they have bus stops in Star Wars.
No, they don't.
What are what it says? S. I really like it. Okay, this is for you. You can. This is a long one.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
Okay. For you.
So it says back home, and it's Biggs and Porkins talking to like some creepy weird. He looks like 1/3 semen, 1/3 ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp, and 1/3 Maw or Squidward from Infinity War. He says every enemy you let get away could grow up and be the next Darth Chokethroat. That's the name I just made up. But the point is, they could come back and hurt someone who means a lot to you, like a relative or a bartender.
Ha! Jokesters.
Makes me angry. But at the same time, you could be killing someone who could end up saving your life. I knew a stormtrooper who defected and ended up saving my cousin's life, and they got married. Then they got divorced eventually because he cheated on her. But still, okay, that's not me adding like a bad joke. That's
verbatim.
That's in the comic. Like that's not me pretending to be like, ha ha, I get it, it's funny. No, that's part of the comic. I just think we need to kill them before they kill us. If one of us is gonna die, it's not gonna be me, and it'll be a slow death for whoever killed Zlarko and 5F, and that's the creepy spermy Squidward guy saying that. Zlarko and 5F are dead? Yeah, and Jazari and Vu, and also Neith, Srila and Larry Aptan, all killed while you guys were on vacation. You missed the funerals, but don't worry. There are new people to replace them, so if those people die, you can go to their funerals.
That's so morbid and so... I'm still confused.
Kids are buying this, man. What the fuck is happening?
Abstract.
Ugh, why is everything so complicated? Can't we just have clearly delineated good and evil in the world? Star Wars. That would make life so much simpler. I can't handle this ambiguity and complexity. Hang in there, this creepy Squidward sperm guy said. I'm sure this war won't be all over soon. Then we can live the lives we want in a free and peaceful galaxy. I'm going to become a puppeteer. What will you guys be when this is over?
Alright, Spunkwood.
Spunkwood. Let's... Lines in a comic book. Graphic designer, CEO, assassin. I wonder what it's like to be an Imperial officer. A rebel pilot said.
Way to be a good undercover spy.
How did they just not like kill that guy?
Yeah, like damn.
And then it says elsewhere. Welcome back. There's an emergency on level 2. Chief Russell Quinn clogged the toilets again and says you should tend to them immediately. But I want to point out that's the lady from the planet, the mom.
So it turns out she is.
That's so funny because I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, so that was the sort of joke that she's not an important Imperial
Ooh.
person.
Look alive, Porkins. Don't you hear the alarm? It's an emergency deployment. And then it shows that.
So the person...
Is that the person that he
saw at the start that he killed? He sees his ghost in his X-Wing and then he gets into his X-Wing.
That's so stupid.
But also, in this
what
panel
will
here...
I be when this is over?
The tubes are going to his face. He's not wearing his mask.
Yeah, I know.
The art doesn't even make sense.
No, it sure doesn't.
And then, alright, read that final line. He's like flying into space.
What will I be when this is over? And it's a poorly drawn X-wing.
Hawkins, the answer is dead.
Dead is what you'll be. I don't even know where to start with this. I mean, this is... Everything else in the Age of Rebellion special is fantastic. That is the worst piece of garbage I've ever read in a Star Wars story. Mm-hmm. It's the worst thing I've ever read. We talked about it at nauseam on the podcast. If you want to hear that too, we were dying laughing.
Yeah, it's just confusing. I'm just confused by it. I think 10 changes and you could make it a good, light-hearted, maybe not memorable, but light-hearted addition to the Age of Rebellion special. Mm-hmm. But I think you had a chance to do this special and you only got 3 stories to tell when you decided to tell that story.
Look at the cover too. It just does not reflect that story in any way.
Think about if you had the concept of like, I want to take Biggs and Porkins, 2 people who are kind of, everyone kind of knows, but Biggs got neglected hardcore in the rewrites for the A New Hope script because he was in it a lot in the first original shoots. Mm-hmm. And Porkins everyone knows because his name's Porkins and he's fat. So it's like, that's kind of like...
Get it? Fat.
Get it?
Porkins.
So like the idea that they're 2 pilots that we kind of know and they're like suffering with the idea of killing, or Porkins is suffering with the idea of killing people. It's kind of a very real, like you were saying this before, it's a very real thing.
It's a cool idea. It's a good way to think about the psyche of the people who are doing all these things.
Especially because they are a volunteer army. So they're volunteering to fight this force of people who are hired
because they think they're right.
Jobs because they think they're right. So they're self-righteous and believe this stuff. But also, it must take a toll on them. Dealing with
the stuff behind it. And I think this could be explored in a very good and serious way in The Mandalorian with Gina Carano's character. Mm-hmm. But this is like taking that idea and just mocking it.
But then they could have even not had that idea and gone with, we've got 2 rebel pilots who need some downtime and decide to, because there's a volunteer army, they can leave.
They're tired. They just want to hang out for a little bit.
They just want to hang out for a bit and do some fun stuff. And like, I got no problem with a stupid vacation planet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think with Star Wars, you sometimes have to take a bit of a deep breath and be like, it's a massive universe. Anything can happen, and not everything can be like super serious all the time. We need to sometimes just have a bit of fun with it. This seemed like a weird mash of the two, and it was mostly for me. The issue was that the dialogue was so stilted.
It's bad.
It was so like formulaic. It didn't feel natural at all, and it just sort of weirded me out.
Well, thank you for watching. Please comment what you think. Like, subscribe. This is Alex's last video before he's gone. I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
Yeah, miss you too. Love you.
Love you too, man. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. May the force be with you.
Always.